Goddess of the sun brings you life, a deity. Best it is her name. Come learn the ways of man, become one with the sand. The fate is in your hands. It's time to fight. You will rise, not fall. Never lose hope on the ground. We are one for all. The truth will always conquer. Capture the earth, chasing their mark. Get a lot mystical formation. Turn on the walls, beat on the drums. Let us claim this is war. In the dark, a river flows. The Nile is so expound. A morning star is seen in our sight. In the light, find your desert altar and your shrine. Look for peace, defeat the enemy. Run to the obelisk, defend this legacy. Fly to your destiny. It's time to fight. You will rise, not fall. Never lose hope on the ground. We are one for all. The truth will always conquer. Capture the earth, chasing their mark. Get a lot mystical formation. Turn on the walls, beat on the drums. Let us claim this. We rise higher, reach for the sky. Hold on to your weapons with pride. We rise up higher, conquer the ark. Get ready to fight for your life. We rise up. We're the kings, we're the queens. We're the gods, gods of soft. This animation. Turn on the walls, making our mark. 'Cause we're the kings, we're the queens. Let's win this war. In the dark, creatures crawl into the underworld. Afterlife, an abyss protects you. In the light, goddess of the sun brings you life, a deity. Best it is her name. Come learn the ways of man, become one with the sand. The fate is in your hands. It's time to fight. You will rise, not fall. Never lose hope on the ground. We are one for all. The truth will always conquer. Capture the earth, chasing their mark. Get a lot mystical formation. Turn on the walls, beat on the drums. Let us claim this is war. In the dark, a river flows. The Nile is so expound. A morning star is seen in our sight. In the light, find your desert altar and your shrine. Look for peace, defeat the enemy. Run to the obelisk, defend this legacy. Fly to your destiny. It's time to fight. You will rise, not fall. Never lose hope on the ground. We are one for all. The truth will always conquer. Capture the earth, chasing their mark. Get a lot mystical formation. Turn on the walls, beat on the drums. Let us claim this. We rise higher, reach for.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello Governors, welcome to Osiris League Season 8 Playoff Group Stage Round 1. I am your host, Plato Gaming, caster and content creator for Rise of Kingdoms, and I'm super excited to get these Osiris League casts up and going with you all again. We have made it to the playoff group stages where we get to watch the best of the best in each of the realms compete for the title of Osiris League champions. Each of these teams here have worked super hard to make it to the top 32 of their respective realms and are looking to take the next steps towards being the realm's Osiris League champions by making it into the round of 16. For those that don't know, this week is actually the first week where the new skill changes have been implemented in Osiris League, adjusting some of the old skills, but also adding some new skills into the fold. So we will probably be seeing, and we have actually seen, a lot of different skills be used and tested as teams have to get adjusted to the new changes, adding a new layer of strategy and planning as each team kind of has to do their own research to select what skills they think would benefit their team the most. This is the second match that we are casting today, and it is in the realm of Anubis, DVL versus 1EE8. DVL is from Kingdom 2614 and are new to the realm of Anubis and are looking to make a strong first impression as they did last season in the realm of Basset, making it to the top 16. 1EE8, on the other hand, from Kingdom 2098, is one of the reigning realm of Anubis finalists, having made it to the Osiris League finals in the realm of Anubis before losing to 60 GT in that final series last season. They are looking to build off of that impressive Season 7 campaign and reclaim their spot as one of the contenders for the Osiris League Championship in this first game of the playoffs. Both teams will be battling it out to start their Osiris League playoff campaign on the right foot. Let us see which team will take that next step to victory. Just for context, this season will not have casting delay. We will not be streaming with delay because of the new in-game spectating features. It has a 5-minute viewing delay as is, so we actually get to read chat and interact with chat, so that should be pretty interesting. And one of the things that's of note I would think about this matchup is the realm of Anubis is actually one of, if not the hardest realm this season. There's so many strong teams in this realm. Starting off with 1EE8 being the finalists of last year, I think it'll be really interesting to see DVL, as we said, coming into this realm of Anubis, get to kind of sharpen and test themselves against one of the finalists in 1EE8. This is actually a matchup in Group F, which have really strong teams. 60MX, the second team of 960 or 60 GT, also being in this realm. So this matchup is going to be really important because whoever wins this matchup has an extra game on top of the opponent, allowing them to perhaps move on to the round of 16, to the later rounds in this playoff. So going to be super huge. LX17 versus them as well in this group, so it's going to be really interesting. Outside of this group, the threats that are there, 2429 looking super solid, of course. 60 GT, we have 2489 or 489 in this realm of Anubis as well. And if you guys see, 60 GT, 489, both of those teams being the Grand Prix finalists last season. Last year, literally 5 months ago, these two teams are battling it out, the best of the best teams in the Grand Prix. So if we have the two finalists for the Grand Prix in the same realm, it's going to be super interesting to see how this realm shapes up and to see if there's going to be any upsets in this realm as well, starting off with this game. One of the most interesting things, as we were able to watch the 13 and 15 ETC games, is, you know, the different skills being used. I feel like there's a different read of the meta in terms of skills that we've been seeing. For example, JST using skills right off of the gate compared to their opponents in A8-18, waiting till mid, using the old classic strategies of waiting till mid to waiting for mid fights to use these skills. So it's going to be interesting to see how both of these teams react to these meta changes and how they decide to use their skill points and what skills they decide to use. That's going to be one of the main things. Another thing is going to be the openings, as we were talking about. These openings going to be super interesting for both teams to see how they react and kind of where they choose to put their focus. Are they going to go all into the desert altars as we usually see, or sometimes what we've been seeing in these games is going to these outer lane structures such as the Shrine of Life and the Sky Altar? As we start to get into game here, one EE8 DVL being in the top left. We see them starting to teleport in here 2 minutes until the match starts versus one EE8 in the bottom right. They were the big surprises last season, the big upsetters last season. Let's see if they will continue their strong campaign here versus DVL, who wants to start their Realm of Anubis campaign on the right foot. The Devils versus the Evil Empire. It's evil versus evil here, as I'm seeing from the chat. 1 minute 20 seconds. We'll have to see where they put their sentries. Last time we saw sentries be used around these pyramids from both teams. I'm gonna be curious if they have a similar read with sentry placement in terms of the meta as well. For that, those that don't know, sentries are automatically placed on your skill bar. You do not have to choose them as a skill, so everyone has access to sentries no matter what, and you can actually hold up to 3 sentries, making sure that, you know, in case there's a time where you definitely need some form of vision, you could place multiple sentries down at the same time. 30 seconds left to go. One thing that was also interesting was these formations that people are using. The formations that we've been seeing. We saw some triple line formation from infantry marches, believe it or not. Triple line formation being the march speed formation that makes sure that your marches, you know, can get from point A to point B as fast as possible. Will it be the typical wedge everywhere, or will we start to see some triple line, some arc for that Liu Chen Alex for the smite damage as the battle has started? Has the battle started? Little spectator glitch. The timers are kind of out of sync with this spectating app sometimes, so we're probably like 30 seconds behind. We'll just have to see when the gates actually drop, will be when they are able to leave their starting zones. As we go over to the DVL side, there we go. Obelisks and outposts have been unshielded. We start to see the super speedy. Look how speedy these double C's are sprinting. Similar situation with one EE8. Energetic used by one EE8 right away. Similar to the JST strategy here. So I've been seeing almost every team take energetic. Seems like a meta skill to use. In case you guys don't know, it increases the amount of skill points you gain. So using it early in the game, I guess, allows you to gain more skill points faster. Instantly take down use it so that it starts the cooldown as soon as possible. Let's check out the rallies here. We actually have 2 rallies from DVL. It looks like they're both opponent obelisk rallies. In the meanwhile, one EE8 having all 3 obelisks rallied, their home and opponent obelisks. We see also one outpost being rallied by DVL. Looks like they're going for this middle outpost with a rally. Everything else looking pretty standard in terms of the opening. We could look at the sentry placements. A pretty interesting sentry placement by DVL. Usually you have the sentry placement closer to the desert altar and obelisk, cutting off this point. but they pushed it a bit further in between the Sky Altar and the Shrine of Life, probably trying to make sure that there's no shenanigans happening with people trying to wrap around their Sky Altar. These sentry placements over here are pretty standard though. Although this DVL sentry placement, I'm not sure if it'll see the amount of units going up to the outer lane in terms of the Sky Altar and the Shrine of Life. So pretty interesting that they focus heavily on the vision for Desert Altar and Shrine of War, the inner lane here. But they should start to see some of these marches start walking. They could kind of see exactly where the tip of their murder ball is and how much 1EE8 is bringing towards this Desert Altar, as sparks will start to fly soon with these Desert Altar murder balls starting to encroach upon one another. It looks like both murder balls are approaching one another. There is a little bit of rubber banding here. I feel like DVL's murder ball is actually here to the punch of 1EE8's Desert Altar faster than 1EE8 to DVL's Desert Altar. We start to see the first couple of skirmishes, 100 seconds until the Desert Altar unlocks, until they could capture this Desert Altar. This initial murder ball will definitely mean a ton. We saw in the JST match, JST was able to first capture the Desert Altar because of how they steamrolled one A818. It looks like 1EE8 playing a lot more defensively, making DVL run into their murder ball. As DVL starting the fights, they see that they have the numbers, they see that they have the advantage, and they're trying to push so that they could potentially capture this Desert Altar. As we'll start to see some of these sad faces come out. It looks like DVL actually getting sad faced out of here from 1EE8 in this Desert Altar fight here. In terms of the dots, it looks like there are more red dots and blue dots. Although in this northern area, it looks pretty close. We are now starting to see 1EE8 marches start to sad face. As we see 1EE8 pushing the murder ball north of the Desert Altar, making sure that the murder ball is not to the south here, that their garrison leads in the back can safely go into the Desert Altar when needed. DVL needs to start pushing towards this Desert Altar. They need to start shifting the ball over to the Desert Altar to try to contest first capture. It'll be Heraclius versus Heraclius. Who will get in the structure first? It is 1EE8 able to take first tap of the Desert Altar, which is huge for them. DVL had a garrison ready. They had the open field to fill this, but because of the response time by the 1EE8 garrisons, they were able to get into their Desert Altar first. It looks like they were also able to get into DVL's Desert Altar as well, although there doesn't seem to be a garrison for this one. We could go ahead and check the rest of the map here. Some abnormalities. DVL taking the Shrine of Life with little to no resistance. Sky Altar looks like it is, the resistance I guess is being put onto the Sky Altar by 1EE8. They're like, yeah, you could have a Shrine of Life, let us try to tap the Sky Altar, which they have. They over-indexed on the Shrine of Life and gave up their Sky Altar with open field marches. It's a huge play from 1EE8. You'll take this, the altar for Shrine trade any day of the week. You have 750 first occupation points compared to 400. Although it does look like they do not have a garrison. So DVL should be able to capture this pretty handily here. It looks like the Desert Altar though, of DVL actually not being contested. The home desert altar of DVL currently captured by 1E8. Is this siege that I'm seeing? They have siege filling marches here from 1E8. Perhaps a new meta that I've never heard of. We start to see some of the rallies coming into the desert altar. Shrine of Life being contested. But it looks like the action will be in this desert altar as there is 1 minute left. Will 1E8 be able to hold? It looks like they will not be able to. They have no garrisons for this. Zhuge Liang, though is strong. There you go. We finally have a Zenobia in there, but it might be too little too late. So many DVL marches surrounding the structure. I don't know if the siege will be able to fill this, and indeed they were not able to. So DVL stabilizing their structures here, at least with the desert altar. The sky altar though, still under contention from 1E8. We have 4 minutes left until mid. This is usually when you start rotating mid, but because of these outer lanes structures being contested by 1E8, DVL, instead of rotating mid, they're committing to the sky altar. They're like, we can't give up 750 points for free. We can't give up 1.5k differential because that's 750 points that they could have gained for themselves, given to the opponents. We have to contest the sky altar, and it looks like they were able to recapture it. They're starting to sad face though 1E8 marches now. And not gonna lie, from both teams, this looks like a late rotation. Both of them going super building focused. You can see the desert altar here. Although it's not being swarmed down now, it looks like they're waiting for the rally incoming in about 25 seconds. This 1E8 desert altar is in trouble. Just came out of a tough KL. 100% understandable, Benjamin. 100% understandable. So 1E8 from chat saying that they came out of a tough KVK, which is why they're filling with siege. You gotta do with what you have, right? 1E8, this desert altar though, they definitely need some of those siege reinforcements. They definitely need some of these marches as the backup garrison is getting chased down by DVL. The opening that looks super solid for 1E8. It looks like they're getting out rotated right now in terms of the structures, the structure pressure. We start to see swarmers coming up. Although I would have loved to seen these swarmers go for the desert altar instead. Just making sure you have maximum amount of damage on that desert altar so that you can flip it as fast as possible. We start to see 1E8, the desert altar falling. This is going to be a huge capture, huge disruption by DVL. Minus at least 300 points. Because they, even if 1E8 capture it right now, they have to wait 2 minutes for it to flip and start generating points. 150 points per minute, 2 minutes, minus 300 points with that one take. And they're pretty much healthy. Well, some of them are pretty low, but you'll take that trade to make sure that you have desert altar control. Let's see this mid fight. We have 1 minute left until mid, and there are still units coming through to this mid fight. That's how you know this structure game, the structure takes from both teams. They've definitely been focusing on the structures, kind of trying to give a back and forth between the two of them. It looks like the people that were at the desert altar are now interrupting reinforcements trying to go mid from 1E8. So 1E8 will have to go a long way around to rotate to this mid fight. Man, DVL. 1E8 in my opinion looked like they had a pretty strong opening, but DVL making up for it. They are going to start generating points from the 1E8 desert altar, which would be huge for them. So DVL is essentially saying here, or 1E8 rather, essentially saying, we're currently losing the building game, but everything will be fine. Oh, the Sky Altar dropped. I looked at the points per minute, it instantly dropped. It is 4 altars to none right now. DVL with the advantage against 1E8. So 1E8, they have to win this mid fight. They have to win this arc to stabilize the points. Although 1E8's able to take the Sky Altar. Wow, what a huge pull from them. This mid fight is starting now though. 10 seconds until arc spawns. We see Bog Down used by 1E8. Bog Down in response by DVL. Dust Up used by DVL. Dust Up in response by 1E8. So Bog Down, Dust Up for a total of 6 skill points by both teams. Arc has spawned and 1E8 with the crucial first pull. And it looks like they're pulling away. Gia from 1E8 with a huge pull, with a huge drag here. And now DVL has to dive into 1E8's murder ball. This is exactly what they need to come back to the game. Although this Wookie Bing is getting pretty low, half health, it's at red, 70k, 50k, 30k, 20k, it's down. The arc carry is down. Will someone from 1E8 be able to drag it even further, or will DVL be able to take a tap and delay the arc capture here? It looks like Gia yet again, but Gia was instantly taken down. Let's check the murder ball here. It definitely looks like there are a lot of 1E8 marches compared to DVL. 1E8 just wants to drag this arc as far away as possible. They want to make sure this mid fight lasts it ends as soon as possible so that they can go back and stabilize their structures. Although it does look like they were able to recapture both of their altars. The points per minute right now. Oh, points per minute are pretty even actually. I have no idea how that happened. In the midst of all this chaos, the points per minutes are even for both teams. So overall, with all these trades, it looks like 1E8 with the arc taking the point advantage once they capture the arc. And now they're able to stabilize their structures. The Desert Altar being swarmed down by DVL, trying to get the flip here, although there was a clutch march swap in here. A clutch fill from a 1E8 player. As the mid marches are desperately trying to get to this Desert Altar, they're desperately trying to fill this structure. But it looks like DVL getting a huge take, which is compensation for the arc being taken by 1E8. Now the question is, will 1E8 hold this arc? Or will they insta-capture it and try to play a mid game and try to get their points that way? Because the structure game hasn't been looking that good for 1E8, but at the same time, they super focused on that arc to make sure that they had enough troops to secure it. This is looking like such a close match. DVL trying to pull away with points per minute as much as possible before this arc is captured. Sky Altar looks safe. These altars have been flipping a ton. There's been so many altar flips in the beginning of this match already. And it's just gonna get more and more crazier here. Now, one thing that I have to say though, if the altars and the structures continue to get flipped, that actually makes capturing arcs even that much more important. It makes capturing arcs more important, and it also makes provisioning more important, because the less points per minute made by structures, the less points per minute overall in the game, making the base overall points that you get from arcs, from provisioning even more impactful. So I don't know, maybe 1E8, if they continue to go this mid game, if they continue to go the structure game, try to hold their own structures, try to make sure. Is this sculpture gonna fall? Wait, oh, I was about to say, I think I caster cursed that, but making sure that they at least contest these structures so that they're not creating points. It makes their arcs that they capture more relevant, as well as the provisions that they have. We saw provisioner for 1EE8. I know in previous seasons they have been provisioning. I don't see any provisioners for DVL, so we have to keep that in mind when as the game drags along. That there are provisioners for 1EE8 compared to none for DVL. Looks like DVL able to just continuously retake the Sky Altar. It's pretty funny because both teams just don't have a garrison, so it keeps flipping over and over and over and over again. Hidden Sentry used. Oh, they lost control of the arc. Wait a second. Huh? No, there's no way, right? Do they have master strategies for this? Imagine if they master strategy this arc away though. That would have been probably like play of the game. But it looks like this will amount to nothing. 1E8 will have control of the arc yet again, but that could have been scary. That could have been scary. If they timed master strategies with the arc dropping and the person capturing that arc, that would have been devastating for 1E8. And you could see that the point differential is getting wider and wider and wider. DVL holding the Sky Altar. DVL, flipping this Desert Altar to the point where, right now it's generating points, but it wasn't generating points before. And holding their own altars and such is creating this 560 points per minute to 330 points per minute gap. Meaning that even if DVL or even if 1E8 capture this arc, the game will essentially be even. So 1E8, both of these teams still have a ton of win conditions, but they gotta get these altars under control. DVL might start generating points from the Sky Altar. No, there you go. Reverse caster curse did it yet again. Sky Altar captured by 1E8. Now that's the first step. Next step, they have to hold the Sky Altar because the Sky Altar has been super flimsy in terms of its control, which is one of the main differences for this point differential that is currently going on in the game. Let's take a step back as things are starting to clear. Marches are starting to reset. Let's look at the marches that are being used right now. It does look like there are a ton of cav, although, we are seeing the typical, Luce CPO, interesting. Not CPO Luce. Having the attack tree over the support tree, I believe, right? Usually you see CPO primary. The garrisons, this is Henry with Zhuge Liang. Interesting, no Asher Banapal there. Sky Altar actually taken by DVL, DVL Sky Altar taken by 1E8. And look at that, we see the Wu Zetian coming out of the shelves being used in Ark of Osiris in Osiris League here. It is Wu Zetian with YSS. The Desert Altar, though, being heavily contested by DVL, it looks like they might be able to trade altars here, unless 1E8 can say otherwise and have these marches start to fill one by one. This is going to be a hard hold. They have the backup garrison right there, though. They have some individual marches coming in. You see the march swaps. Will they be able to fill it? No, barely not able to fill it with a backup garrison. DVL taking a huge desert altar. 1E8 what did capture the Ark around 2 minutes ago. So the points are in 1E8's favor. But DVL still have the points per minute advantage currently. So it'll definitely come down. Whoever controls this next arc controls the game essentially. Pretty much at a dead even point going into the second arc, halfway through the game. As we were talking about, DVL seemingly having, it's been a back and forth, but in my opinion, DVL's been flipping the 1E8 structures more than 1E8 have been flipping DVL. As we will start to see some of the mid rotations, especially coming from 1E8, they know that one, they've won a mid rotation before, they've won a mid fight before, and two, the building game hasn't been going well for them. Their own desert altar is about to be generating points for their opponents. The sky altar is uncontested. The opponent desert altar is just getting swarmed down to reset. Their desert altar, their sky altar is consistently getting pressured with a Nevsky garrison. I feel, is that a Nevsky? Is that actually it is a Nevsky garrison? Will the sky altar actually fall? This is going to be huge if the sky altar falls. They need this Jan to get into the garrison, but it's already too late. Dust up used by 1E8 just to try to flip some of these altars. They can't give 4 altars while trying to rotate mid. If they give all 4 altars, even if they capture the Ark, they'll still be down. So they use dust up. They're able to take their own desert altar, which is huge. They're probably just trying to take their home structures. They were able to take their own sky altar back, which is huge. And now they're aggressing for the DVL desert altar. Man, this is such a close game. Who do you guys in chat, who do you guys think is going to win? DVL or 1E8? Put which team do you think is going to win? Which team do you want to win? Because this is such a close game. Less than a 400 point differential between the both teams. 1E8 taking three desert altars though, but they had to expend dust up, meaning they're -2 points. -2 points going into this mid fight. Yeah, they're definitely going for these altars here, trying to make sure that they try to flip these as much as possible before this mid fight. And now DVL, they kind of have to respond. Do we go to the desert altar? Do we go to, well, this desert altar doesn't have a garrison, so. But look, they're ignoring this desert altar, going straight to mid because they know this arc, if you have control of this arc, you have control of the game. This is a must-win arc for both teams here. DVL to secure essentially their point advantage. 1E8 to make sure that even though they're losing points per minute, they are still winning in terms of arcs. This is going to be huge. 2 minutes left until arc spawns. And it looks like DVL having the positioning advantage here. Let's see, the only blinking structure is desert altar, which looks like that will be fine. Everyone else, every other march going straight to mid. This will be a straight up mid fight. 1E8 DVL. Who do you think will win this mid fight? Because whoever wins this mid fight have a really good chance to win the game. 1 minute 30 seconds left. Everyone is holding their breath, trying to make sure that they deal as much damage as possible. 1E8 marches making the DVL marches super low before they go mid. It looks like these are the marches that took the Desert Altar away from DVL, just trying to play disruption as much as possible. One minute left until this arc spawns. It is tense. First game for both of these teams in season 8 of the playoff stage, of the playoff group stage. A win here is one step closer to making it to the round of 16. Both of these teams still have to verse the likes of 60MX. To the death used by 1E8, using their trump card right away here. In response, we have Heaven's Grace by DVL. 10 seconds until arc spawns. Who will be able to get first tap? Dust up as well. Heaven's Grace dust up, 6.6 points. 4, 3, 2. Arc has spawned. Who will get first tap? It looks like DVL. It looks like DVL was able to tap the arc first. They will have first drag on this arc, which is huge for them. They'll be able to reposition this onto their side. They'll be able to defend it with their murder ball. Bog down used in response for 1E8, trying to slow down the arc as much as possible, trying to take away the healing factor that was given from Heaven's Grace. You have to keep in mind, one of the new changes to Bog down was it cuts healing factor by 50%. Who will get the next drag here? Will it be DVL? It will be DVL. DVL Bunny with the Joan of Arc running for their lives at 100k, trying to secure this arc onto their side. The arc has fallen though. And if anyone knows 1E8, they are great at responding to arc captures. They are great at coming back and taking back the arc. Step number 1 is delay the arc. They've been delaying the capture. No one from DVL. There you go. Finally, people from DVL starting to pick up this arc. DVL starting to pull it back onto their side. But from what I've seen last season, I don't think DVL will be able to... 1E8 will be giving this arc for free. Although DVL looks like they know. It looks like they are protecting this arc with their lives. Yeah, they are surrounding this arc, making sure that this arc is good to go. It goes to their obelisk, that they're able to capture it. So they've definitely seen the footage. They've read the scouting report on 1E8. Points per minute though, 1E8 did flip the structures into their favor a little bit here, taking the Sky Altar. Although what DVL is now gaining points per minute from their own Desert Altar, so it's not as big as we initially saw. But it looks like this Desert Altar is being contested. It looks like they were able to take the Sky Altar. So they did not trade it for free. We saw that before the arc spawned, DVL had the point advantage. Now DVL's at a point disadvantage, but they were able to capture the arc. That was a huge pull from DVL. It looks like they won the mid fight regardless. But if they had to follow the arc into 1E8's murder ball, these reinforcements now would have been in mid, able to reinforce and kind of make sure that this arc, you know, does not go into DVL's hands and make it as annoying as possible for them. And perhaps 1E8 would have been able to capture the arc in the backswing, but now that DVL had that first push, or that first pull rather, they're able to take down these 1E8 marches that are chasing this this double C. So it looks like 1E8 will have to pivot here into either taking this Desert Altar, which seems pretty free because all of these marches here are reacting to the 1E8 marches that are chasing the Arc. If 1E8 wants to, they could kind of switch to this Desert Altar and try to take this as fast as possible. At least flip the points per minute in their favor, because right now it is even. They are up by less than 800 points. DVL have the choice. Actually, even if they capture this Arc, even if they delay the Arc, I think what 1E8 want to do is to force DVL to capture this Arc. They want to make sure that there is going to be a third Arc that they could contest and perhaps win the game off of. And, you know, all these marches around in DVL's side are marches that are not defending this Desert Altar. So 1E8 able to capture the Desert Altar pretty handily here. The Arc is on the ground for DVL, but that's minus 300 points for DVL. They're just trying to make it as annoying as possible for DVL. Make DVL make these decisions. Should we defend this Arc? Should we go here? And it looks like they have taken the Arc of Osiris yet again, and they are content on holding it for now. The Boudica garrison, 1E8 needs to get their forward garrison in here. Try to keep this Desert Altar for as long as possible. Energetic used by 1E8. Points per minute, 590 to 440. So 1E8 slowly squeaking away with a point advantage here, trying to make more and more of a gap so that when DVL captures this Arc, they'll still be close enough to potentially catch up with provisions. We're starting to see the Sky Altar being pressured here. The Sky Altar looks pretty safe though. There is a rally on it, but not enough open field. Shrine of Life was taken. This Desert Altar though, now getting contested. It is still a Boudica garrison in here. It's been Boudica garrison for the past 2 minutes. Does 1E8 have a forward garrison? It looks like they don't. Kudos to them for denying 600 points to DVL, but now this game's tied up in terms of points per minute, essentially. But DVL have Arc control. So it is up to 1E8 to make up this points disadvantage once they capture this Arc. They have to start flipping this Guan Yu garrison. I mean, they're filling this Guan Yu garrison pretty heavily here. There you go. We got a Zenobia in there now. It looks like DVL will be able to hold their Desert Altar, regain control of that structure. And one thing that's underrated is they've been taking these outposts pretty consistently from what I've been seeing. Outposts, they give 30 points per minute. 3 outposts is more than one shrine, giving 80 points per minute. So you could see that that is attributing to how DVL is kind of evening out this points per minute score. As we start to see some of these marches from DVL rotate over to 1E8's Desert Altar, this is looking like a huge assault from from DVL, although a lot of these marches are pretty low. They have the backup garrison though from 1E8 right there, ready to reinforce when needed. The rally is getting insta-swarmed. It is Henry with Zhuge Liang from both sides. Henry, Zhuge Liang, the rally of choice for both teams here. As we see a Henry Zhuge Liang walk past this Henry Zhuge Liang. Kind of a Spider-Man moment there. As this rally is taken down, this structure seems to be safe. So huge hold from 1E8. Sky Altar is safe from DVL in response. It looks like this Shrine of War will be the next point of contention for both teams here. Just trying to flip whatever structures they can. As we were talking about the outposts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outposts captured by DVL, actually starting to gain points per minute from the outposts. We'll have to see if that will be the differential of the game here. The Shrine of War is getting surrounded by troops. Zenobia is holding on for dear life, but not able to hold on long enough. Shrine of War down, huge point swing, 650 to 420 points per minute, and they're still holding all their altars. They didn't drop any of the altars. They dropped their outposts. When the outposts are starting to make points for your opponents, that's when it starts to become a problem. And now they are starting to walk back. It looks like they were able to flip one of these structures. They're able to flip... What did they flip? Oh, they flipped the desert altar. That's huge. So, DVL going heavy for the Shrine of War, which made their desert altar exposed their desert altar, kind of giving this opening for 1E8 to even out this points per minute battle that we've been having back and forth for the past couple of minutes ever since that arc fight was concluded. Again, we see a Henry garrison. I mean, Henry's better than the Boudica that we were seeing earlier. There you go. We got a Jan garrison. Okay. 1E8 with a proper garrison inside of this desert altar. Holding 4 altars right now. Holding 3 altars right now. Let's see if they are able to hold on to this desert altar. If they're able to start not only denying points per minute, but gaining points per minute from DVL. You look how low the points per minute for both teams are, just consistently swapping back and forth these structures. DVL taking the opponent's Sky Altar from 1E8. The only altar making points right now is the 1E8 Desert Altar. As the arc was captured, so you see the true differential right now, 2.6k, and there will be a final mid fight around 10 minutes left in the arc match. If DVL capture that arc, that will be the game. If 1E8 capture this arc, that'll be a game. So this last arc fight will essentially determine the winner of this game. We see this Jan garrison holding on for dear life. Jan with Heraclius. The rally against it is an infantry rally. We have Tariq with Liu Che, damage rally coming out from infantry. With the Swarmers with the damage rally with the lack of reinforcements, it looks like 1E8 will lose DVL's Desert Altar. And DVL is able to recapture their structure. Start to get that points per minute back into their favor. It looks like they also recaptured their Sky Altar. And both teams should now be positioning for this mid-fight. It looks like there will be one last push from DVL for the Sky Altar. And 1E8 is ready for this push. That is a huge read from 1E8 to bring some marches up here. Although, I don't know if it'll be enough marches. If DVL are able to take the Sky Altar before they rotate mid, that'll be huge for them. As we see the rally hit. Nevsky with Justinian versus Gorgo and Heraclius. Nevsky Justinian full damage rally is swarmable though, and that is what they are trying to do. 1E8 trying to take down this rally as soon as possible. Rally is down, so that's huge for 1E8. Now, step 2, are they going to be able to hold against the swarmers? It's getting low. The structure is getting critically low here. Are they going to be able to march swap? They are not able to. DVL with a huge Sky Altar capture. Minus 150 points per minute for 2 minutes at least from that capture alone. And we are 4 minutes in and no one's mid. We have 3 marches mid. So both of these teams responding to their objective focused pressure, allowing for both them and their opponents to rotate late. DVL, they did have a forward garrison somehow for the Sky Altar, although looks like this Sky Altar will fall as well. So it'll be a back and forth for the Sky Altar. No one generating points here. And now we start to see some of these marches rotate. You see DVL murder balling here so that they could rotate to mid together. And they probably have seen these marches that 1E8 have been sending and know that 1E8 have advantage right now, have mid advantage in terms of rotating, in terms of first rotation. And as we were talking about earlier, provisioners from 1E8 may prove to be the difference here. But if DVL capture this arc, then provisioners won't matter. If 1E8 capture this arc, then they would be in the lead even without provisioners. So for both of these teams, it'll secure this game. Three minutes, 20 seconds until arc spawns. We start to see a sneaky squad here from DVL. Probably try to snipe some of the marches going mid. Make sure that you trim down the numbers as much as possible. As it looks like 1E8 going full mid right now. Except for the outer lane people, it'll be a 1v1. Who do you guys think will win this mid fight? Round 1, we saw 1E8 win. Round 2, we saw DVL win. Who will win round 3? Put it in the chat. Who do you think will win this mid fight and who will win this game? As we have 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on this arc. Both teams holding their breath. A moment of calm before the storm. Positioning and posturing, making sure that their murder ball and their people are in the best position possible to win this mid fight. We see this sentry starts to be taken down. Will the sentry spark the fight? It looks like 1E8 is backing down here. Some people are rotating to the north from 1E8. As we see the last couple of stragglers come towards this mid fight. Structures right now in DVL's favor, but barely. It will come down to this mid fight. It will come down to this arc capture. It will come down to this murder ball that is clashing right now. 1E8 versus DVL. Bog down used by 1E8. In response, we have total vision used by DVL as well as bog down. That is 8 skill points overall versus 6 from 1E8. There we go. A full 10 used by 1E8 was Heaven's Grace, bog down, and dust up. Will that be enough to win this mid fight? Let's check out the dots here. It looks pretty close, but it does look like DVL kind of have the advantage around the temple right now, pushing into 1E8. Will 1E8 be able to recover? Will they be able to get the crucial first pull? Nine, 8, 7, 6. Arc is about to spawn. 3, 2, 1. Arc has spawned. Who will get first pull? Is that a 1E8 player that has it? Is that a 1E8 player that has it? It is DVL. DVL yet again coming clutch with the first pull. 77k Nevs, RoK Bing rather, getting instantly swarmed down. The murder ball is looking in 1E8's favor. DVL, they had to get that first pull or else this arc would have been gone. This arc would have been done. But it looks like 1E8 are able to continue to get these pulls. DVL have to stop for this arc. They have to wait for these reinforcements. But it just looks like 1E8's murder ball is too strong. 8 points compared to 10 points towards that last mid fight might have been the difference. As we start to see the arc getting pulled, dragged away past the Temple of Osiris into 1E8's territory. It is a very, very healthy RoK Bing at 160k. DVL saying, okay, we lost mid. Let's try to take all of these altars. Let's try to flip these structures. Let's try to get as much points as possible. And then let's also try to get this arc back. We'll start to see DVL marches coming through, but 1E8 have full vision of this. 1E8 have full vision with this well-placed sentry here, letting them know that yes, DVL is coming for this arc. Yes, they are coming for this rotation. With the information, they're going, okay, let's not go top. Let's go through the mid right now. Let's go bottom essentially. Or are they? They are still choosing to fight straight into the DVL murder ball that is coming from the top lane. It is save President Gia for 1E8. Will they be able to capture this arc? Will this be the win for 1E8? DVL are scrambling. They know this is their game. They know this is their game right here with this arc. 110k left on the arc carrier. Looking relatively weak right now. We start to see the hero double C starting to hit Gia here. The RoK Bing getting whittled down by a double C. 20. Done. Arc is down. Now, DVL, they're trying to capture the Shrine of Life so that they could capture this arc within the Shrine of Life. They are also winning points per minute, 680 to 270 with 5 minutes left. They're trying to make sure that even with this arc, even with provisions, 1E8 will not necessarily win the game with this point differential. Hard push used by DVL. Valiant stand used by 1E8 in response on the desert altar, their last altar that they have. And it's a scramble for this arc. It's a scramble. As we see the arc carrier drop yet again. But this is so far into 1E8's territory. I don't know if DVL will be able to contest this arc now, with how deep this arc was able to get pulled by 1E8's marches. The marches now from DVL are just getting swarmed down from mid for free. But it is... But look at the map. It is so blue right now. It is super, super blue. Points per minute, 530 to 120. 530 to 120 points per minute. No altars are captured by 1E8. They went all in for this arc. The provisioners look like they are ready to go home. As we see this arc carrier continuing to drag this arc back home. This will be a very, very, very close game. Even with this arc capture, I think this arc capture evens up the game and then it'll come up to provisions, but they still have a couple minutes. You have to keep in mind, this timer is probably not correct. We're still working with the we're still working with the new spectator mode. But it is going to be super, super close for both teams here. 1E8 is going to capture this arc, going straight back to this their structure focus, trying to recapture their sky altar, trying to secure their own desert altar, trying to secure their own outposts as the arc was captured. But still, you can see DVL with a point advantage. They're gaining 680 points per minute compared to 120. I don't know. This is still anyone's game. We have 1E8 has to deny these points per minute from these structures as soon as possible. Will provisions be able to offset the amount of points per minute DVL is gaining right now? 800 points per minute for DVL. Gaining 680 points per minute advantage per minute right now. Will provisions be enough? Sky Altar being swarmed down desperately by 1E8. One last try to cut down these points per minute as much as possible. The Sky Altar is getting lower and lower and lower. Will this hold make or break DVL's win or loss here? Will it make or break the game for them? Sky Altar is getting super low. Will they get reinforcements? They will not. It is back down to 620 to 120. One E8 able to recapture their own desert altar, their own altars rather. But the four altar gambit of DVL exchanging 4 altars for the last arc, will that pay off for them? we will see in the next coming seconds here, as it looks like the provisioners have come in. It looks like this game is 1EE8. Look at the provision scores. 4.4k, huge from 1EE8.
Let it be, all that weakness rest in peace. I learned about the recipe when I was younger, recklessly. Now I'm chasing the glory, gonna be fine. Working so hard, matter of time. Never give up, how we define. Taking my chances, breaking a climb. I'ma show them how it's done. On the top level we run. For Osiris, for my son. We show up and pack a punch.
And that is the game. It came down to provisions. It came down to them capturing that last arc and them being able to take these provisions. 4.4k provisions is huge. 1EE8 able to squeak out this victory, as the timer is at 0. But again, we are having we're still having a couple bugs with spectation right now. The final couple of seconds ticking down of this game. GG's to 1EE8 for their win. Winning that last arc fight. Winning through provisions and saying, you know what? We don't need to hold these structures. We trust in our provisioners. They had complete trust in their provisioners. Cleopatra coming up for the most valuable player screen at 195 points. 195k points for Ragnar, but it was not enough from Ragnar, as 1EE8 4,490 provisions is huge. That's more than the arc that DVL captured. So GG's to both teams. That was huge. DVL looking to go structure game, looking to come back, but it was too short, too little, too late, losing by 1.7k. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Ark of Osiris content, and my channel link is also in the description if you want more Rise of Kingdoms content. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.